got set up here first thing this morning. Didn't hear a gobble. Heard some hens talking, but they didn't come to us. So we've heard one gobbler gobble 3 times back this way, off to our north. So we're gonna try to close the distance a little bit and see if we can't pinpoint his location. It's been pretty quiet this morning, but man, we're hunting, and I have needed to get out in the woods. Work's been crazy, so it's just awesome to sit here and be quiet for a little bit. So we're gonna head that way and see if we can't get little Will Gobbler. All right, guys, it is Sunday, April 22nd, and I'm getting all my stuff put together because Dad and I and my son Will, we are leaving on Tuesday morning. I got to work tomorrow. Just got a lot of stuff going on at the new corporate office that we built for my company that I work for, and I couldn't leave yet, so I'm leaving Tuesday morning. We're heading to Missouri. I've actually got some friends out there right now. They're with an outfitter, and birds are still kind of grouped together. All the gobblers are still together. I was just texting Brandon a little bit ago. He says, you know, he still feels that the birds are still all together grouped up. They haven't broke away. They're still kind of sorting out the pecking order. It's been cold out there. But this week we're supposed to get some temps in the 70s. Lows at night are supposed to only be in the 50s, high 40s. So hopefully we catch them in that transition point, and we catch them when they're kind of vulnerable, right before they go get all henned up. So we'll see. If they're henned up, it's going to be a long week. It's going to be a hard week, but you know, we've got a lot of good spots there on that public land that we go out and hunt with our buddy Roger in Bevier, Missouri. So we are looking forward to it. Can't wait to get in the truck and get headed down the road. People are slaying some birds, man, and it's awesome. You see them all over social media right now, and we hope we're next. So stick around. We're heading to Missouri. All right, guys, it's our first day in Missouri. It's April 25th, I think. We came into this spot. Our buddy Roger and another buddy of ours, Mike, who's been in town for about a week and a half. They said there was a couple pretty good toms in this area. This is public land. We got in here this morning, didn't hear a gobble. It's actually been warmer today than it has for the past 2 weeks, they said. It's like mid-50s right now. It's supposed to get up in this mid-70s kind of the rest of the week, so we're hoping that that turns these birds kind of loose, but we didn't hear a gobble at all here. We actually blew a bird off the roost. There's no foliage. I mean, you get in here and the birds can see you, so it's been real tough, and they're not even talking at all. So we're just kind of walking around. We sat down and called for about a half hour, 45 minutes. Will took a nap, but we're gonna keep after them, man. We've got a few days here to hunt, and we're hoping to have some fun, so see what happens. Well, guys, we just are sitting here on a log contemplating what to do next. Heard some real good, it was a real good morning. I heard a lot of gobblers, a lot of gobbles. We set up on a bird. He flew straight down and went the opposite direction immediately. So, I mean, that just tells me he had a bunch of hens with him. We were skirting the big lake here, and there's public land surrounding the whole lake. We were actually skirting the lake and just sat down to call and heard a gobble behind us. And we're on public right out here, 30, 40 yards to my left is private. But there was a flock of birds out there, big strutter, big gobbler. Saw him with the binoculars, couldn't get him on film. He was a stud, big old long beard, big old deep gobble. Got him to gobble a couple times. We actually hit a deer trail back through here and tried to make a big circle and get in front of the birds. They were feeding towards the west. But we couldn't get in front of them fast enough. And as soon as we got up here close to the fence to try to call him in for a shot, there was already hens. They'd already beat us here, so they took off the other direction. They weren't spooked too bad. They just knew something was up. But it's a beautiful day. I mean, it's supposed to get in the 70s today, so I think we're about done for right now. I think the birds are really henned up. They're going to go off and do what they do, and we might kick back and take a little nap for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then try to go find a lonely gobbler as these hens start to hit their nest. So we're still after them. It was a better morning this morning. We were hoping that bird was going to fly right to us as soon as he come off the roost and come to us, but he didn't. So it's part of it, man. Turkey hunting sucks, but turkey hunting's awesome. So we're going to stick after it. Well, guys, we were close again this morning. We got our butt kicked. I mean, the birds are they're henned up like crazy. Will and I walked close to 3.5 miles today, just calling birds, and other than on the roost, we got nothing. So we came out to this other parking spot. Dad and Roger went and got the truck. We actually walked all the way to their parking spot, and they're pulling in right now, but we're getting our butts kicked here in Missouri, man. It's not fun, but it's fun. I'm ready to get something to eat. You hungry?
Yep.
I'm starving.
Let's go.
This bird that we called this morning off the roost, basically, I'm going back in after him. He was up here hanging out yesterday late morning, so I'm hoping he does the same thing. I've got about 2 hours left of legal shooting time, so I'm gonna sneak in here, just put a decoy out, and see if I can't get lucky on this guy. He's a killable bird. He's just smart, and I got to make the right moves. So we'll see what happens. Go to Missouri, they said. There's big turkeys in Missouri. They said. There's a ton of turkeys in Missouri. They said. It should be getting great by the time you get there. They said. Folks, they was wrong. I've been hunting the same bird for 2-3 days. He's a killable bird. I just can't get to him. He roosts on public land where we're hunting. This morning he was 50 yards inside public land. We set up within 100 yards of his roost tree. He's gobbling right now, 120 yards from me, give or take, on private land. I could kill that bird right now if I could get to him, but I'm at the edge of public land. He's got to have hens or something out there with him, because he is not budging. I've been sitting here for 2 hours, and he's been gobbling for 2 hours in the same spot. Unreal.
It's absolutely unreal. He's a big bird. I mean, you can tell by the deepness of his gobble. He's a mature bird. I would love to put my tag on him. I'm getting to the point now where I just want to kill him because he's a jerk. All right, guys, we finally made it here. It's about 10 o'clock, and we're getting ready for bed. We've got all of our gear set up. We've already talked to Brian. He's actually at work right now, so kind of feel bad for him. We're kind of hanging out in his joint, and he's not even here, but he had some people at work actually go get another job, so he's covering for them. So he's gonna pull an all-night third shift, and then he's gonna get up and go hunt with us tomorrow. So he's got these birds pegged. He's telling us right where they are. He said he thinks he can get us right within 60, 70 yards of the roost tree. He knows where they're going every day. He's been watching them every morning, so we're optimistic about tomorrow. So we're gonna get some shut-eye, and then we're gonna get up and hopefully kill a turkey first thing in the morning. So stick with us. Don't move. Shoot him, shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Good job. Oh, sit still, sit still, sit still. Sit still. We just doubled up, baby. Well, guys, we are here in Michigan with Brian Plug of Triple B Outfitters. We got in late last night, went and bought our tags at the gas station. Brian took us in here this morning and said, I got a great spot for birds. I know exactly where they roost. I know exactly where they go. And as you can tell from our double this morning, he was spot on.
This is Will's first spring gobbler, little Maniac Will here of the Junior Maniacs. This is my first Michigan Tom as well, and we are just tickled to death to be up here with Brian. This is the hardest episode I've ever had to produce. While Shane and I were hunting in Iowa last December, we learned about the passing of our great friend Brian Plug. Our days on this earth are numbered. The time we spend with friends, family, and doing what we love in the outdoors means all the more when you hear of something so tragic happening to a beloved friend. Brian was full of life. He enjoyed the great outdoors, but by spending time with him, I could quickly tell how important his wife Emily and his children were to him. We will surely miss our dear friend and continue to pray for his family. Rest in peace, Brian. We'll see you someday on the other side.